cast before me. Dude. Oh, also that pic of me licking a knife. I'm not going crazy. I was dressed as Harley Quinn, the Joker from Batman's girlfriend. LOL, I'm not nuts. Oh, I see you. Bro, how many messages did she send with no response? I see you got a new beau. Did things not work out with that boy, Cody Jet? She like remembered the fucking dude's name. Also, I'm on Instagram, Skype, and Twitter. Oh my God, you make reborn baby dolls? Cool. I have an avatar one. Oh, wow, that's a lot going on. I'm glad to hear you're steady, but I'm sorry to hear about your mama. I'm doing well. I'm in school to be an esthetician. I'll graduate in less than a year. Things didn't work with Cody. He was a douche and took my car, even though I paid for all but $700. And I was going to finish making payments, but he kicked me out of our house. 2 days later, dumped me through text, and then a couple days later, he took my car. I'm with a guy I've known for 8 or 9 years. We've always had a crush on one another, but neither of us had the nerve to act on it. Not the reborn dolls. Don't act like you don't know what Skype is. Been together 10 months today. Oh, well, she wrote a big paragraph back too, I guess. We have been living together for like 9 months. We've had our own place since July. I've never felt so complete or happy in my life. He is so incredible and genuine. You ladies will definitely have to meet him. My family all loves him and all of his family loves me. It's so perfect. LOL, thanks. I was originally going to use the doll head as a prank for someone that did some poor things to me, but I decided against it. These people are fucking weird. So instead, I decided to use it for Halloween decor because John and I are both obsessed with Halloween. We plan on dressing up super creepy like and whatnot. Nicolette is Gypsy's sister, a few months younger than Jip, Rod's daughter. Is that who this is? This girl about to be judged the fuck out of and don't know it. The pic of you in the headpiece is especially beautiful. You've done a ton of growing up. It's insane. We have a ton of catching up to do. Missy, I really hope we get to meet up and hang out soon because that would be incredible. That's an awful lot. That's awful about your ex. She spelled it AFFUL. But so happy that you found love. Look at us young women with great guys. LOL, I know. I used to never think it was possible, but I now realize that it very much is. That's what I was going to say. I thought these were to her neighbor. Thank you. I was doing a dress-up thing. I like to cosplay, so I was Mary from the TV show Rain. Gorgeous girl. Yes, and in March, Nick and I plan a meeting. We're going to go see the new upcoming Cinderella movie. Ah! This is when it all started. The way I was talking at 18 was not like that. I know, right? Yes. I'm dressing as Cinderella and he's going in a more formal wear dress shirt and tie, LOL, and I'll get my very first kiss. I'm so excited. I'm also nervous because I don't know how to kiss. Research on YouTube, LOL. Not the ick. I'm eating popcorn. Where do you guys plan on meeting? Are you nervous at all? Library computers for the W. That's what I'm saying. It's like concerning to me. Wasn't it proven that like she had talked to other men and stuff too? Was that not? I believe that was proven. I'm eating goldfish. I'm eating lots of popcorn. Hold up. Yes, it wasn't her though. It was her other characters. Yeah. Exactly. Oh crap. Trying to see if I could find if there was any messages between. Dang man, she sent her like 8 paragraphs in that one. I mean, she's just kind of delusional. She's just fucking messy. Listen to this one. But I wanted to warn you, whoever was starting rumors said you got knocked up by a guy and you don't know who the baby's for. And that you used to call me, I can't say this word, TARD girl, like the R word. That's why my mom and I distanced ourselves. I was too hurt for so long to talk to you again until now because I wanted to know the truth. Because I'm like, I thought of you as like an older sister. And I'm sure I'm not pretty. Like, you sure boys don't flock to me. Girl, Gypsy, that homeschooling was not working. But one, I'm smarter than most give me credit for. And two, I thought we was pals. I just can't believe for years this rumor was a lie. It's just mind-blowing. She said she wasn't allowed over because the girl gave her like Coca-Cola. This is awful. Awful. This is awful. Just awful. Let's look back at these. That's weird. So her mom just didn't want her to have Coke? Why not? Her teeth were already rotted out, weren't they? I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just saying. Who was it? Did we reach our light goal again? Hell yeah. Look at y'all go. Look at y'all go. Not snow, the kind of poor people drink. A good old Coca-Cola. Who's messaging me? Her mom said she was allergic to sugar. That's what I'm gonna tell my kids. You're allergic to sugar. You is allergic. Y'all, what's the... Hold on. I'm gonna start looking at these emails. We can look through them together. Because it was at Coachella. That's right. It doesn't count. Mom, we were at Coachella. Daddy. Stop.
Bye, Pookie.
You need to leave. Colleen. I cannot. Well, that didn't go over well for Dee Dee now, did it? Girl, you're grounded. You are grounded. Oh, nice. We've almost filled the gift gallery. We just need some DJ glasses. Hold up. Coachella doesn't count. I need a clip of her saying that so I can put that on the soundboard. Oh, whoa. What is that? That thing was cool. Thank you, Spike. Hold up. Where is my... There we go. Oh, nope. That's not what I want. I just want a little... Oh, it's so cute. The tiny. Oh, I don't want that. That's too loud. Oh, wait. I also wanted it to have... Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out for y'all. All right. Why does TikTok randomly ask me if I want to watch lives and bring me out of one I'm watching? That is weird. Why would it do that? Why would it do such a thing? That's rude. Okay, so we need some DJ glasses. There they are. Sure. Mm-hmm. All right. What do y'all want me to look for in these emails? Hi, Goddess Gypsy. Sorry I took so long to respond. It won't happen again. Sorry. Yes, I watch sports. I watch football. I'm a big New York Jets fan. As far as TV, I like supernatural stuff and sci-fi. Also, Halloween is coming. I love the scary movies. Do you get to watch TV? Thank you, PI. Thank you, Sean. I want the cray-cray stuff. I mean, what I need to do is me and my mods go through these and we can basically just save the ones that are crazy. Bro, I'm trying to act them out for y'all. I'm trying to be the act. You know what I'm saying? Drop my headphone. Does she have like a roster? You know what you should watch? It's so good. This Summer I Turned Pretty. I haven't seen that. Ashley, thank you. Cassie, thank you. Let's see. You don't get to walk away from your goddess. I want my weekly $50. I am still your goddess, and it would please me very much. I want her to talk about the Smurders. So weird. Like, who wakes up one day and is like, you know what? I think I'm gonna email Gypsy Rose. I want to do voices. That's what I'm saying. We need voices. No, Wire Pilly bailed. This is someone. Hello, me again. I know you must get a ton of letters and you probably don't even have time to read them all. I just wanted to say that I hope they let you out soon. Like, what the fuck? People are so weird. It doesn't say who they're to. I'm sure we could figure it out. It's like blacked out. Whoever uploaded these blacked out the customer's name. Like it just says Gypsy Rose. Well, we're definitely going to go over the Sarah Grace Patrick. Wonder if she had a girlfriend in there. That would be interesting. Stuff. We're going to do Thursday with Mama Bear. We're going to talk about her true crime story of corrections officer and an inmate. Hi, Storm. I mean, these people were just dropping. Thank you, Queen Bee. Thank you, Spike. It's just crazy. Where was Ryan from? Oh, wait, let's see. This one seems juicy. Hi, Gypsy. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Spring weather is here in Kentucky. There's a YouTube video that reads through the... Oh, wait, there is? Maybe we should do that. Y'all get me those YouTube videos. We could do that tomorrow if y'all are down. And we can just focus tonight. We can just kind of in the woods so they read them. Do y'all want to do that tomorrow then? There's just so many. I want to find the good ones, but there's just so many. And then I want to focus on the Sarah Grace Patrick stuff for y'all, because I like to know what I'm talking about before I come on. So like, I mean, everybody knows about Gypsy Rose. That this is just kind of an extra thing that got thrown on because these emails released. But I would like to research the Sarah Grace Patrick one for y'all, and we can go over that one. And then any other case y'all want to do. I want to see what happens with Michonne and this Angel dude. That's what I want to know. And did Vale or Jordan ever say anything about the cease and desist? Who ended up being the baby daddy of who? It was just a cease and desist letter. I mean, I don't know what they could possibly, like, Brie would have to prove that it wasn't real and that she lost money from it. Yeah, I'd like to see what happens with them too. Harmony. You feeling better today, Harmony? So Bree says her lawyer said she got proof that Valley opened it 17 times. I don't think that that's true. Someone said she's going to Thailand, but I don't know about that. I think people just like to judge and say things and they don't know what they're talking about, but maybe we're wrong. I think people want it to be that way. They want there to be, you know, Jordan cheating or whatever. I know they broke up, but I think that people just want that. I agree. It's suspicious. A T-Page told me if it's sent through cloud, you can see how many times it's open. I don't know though. Yeah, I don't think they can see how many times you open a link. Maybe. But I mean, they would see, like, it would, they can definitely see if it opened. But I would think, I mean, even then, the cease and desist is nothing. You have to actually go through with litigation after that. Bree's got nerve trying to say someone's right. That is true. That's awfully brave. That is awfully brave. I'm not too worried about it because at the end of the day, I know me. Oh, that's good, Harmony. That's good. How's everybody else? How are y'all feeling? How was y'all's day? It was a long day for me. It was not the best day. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it today. Definitely don't let them get to you, Harmony. It was a Dropbox link? That's even weirder. You tried starting a book for the third time? I don't believe anything that comes from Brie. Fact. Oh, no, it's just there. I actually have a hair appointment on Saturday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's there. I just had a piece over it, I guess. You started back at the gym today? That's awesome. I need to do that. I'm at work till 3 a.m. Oh, what do you do? Brought your baby to the ENT long day. Aw, I bet that was rough. I'm taking AMP2 as a summer course, and it's going to be my 13th reason. You got this. I believe in you. AMP is definitely frustrating, though. Rub that aloe on, girl, and turn the fan on. Oh no. I'm sorry you got broken up with. He sucks. Slather in the aloe, that's right. Commercial cleaning is temporary so we can save up for a better house. Oh, that'll be nice though. I don't even like cleaning my own house. I need to. I need to take a day off from this and do that. My daughter getting dental surgery next month. She's 6 and going under anesthesia. I'm petrified. Oh, that is scary. I did not go to high school in Colorado. I am from Louisiana. I only lived in Colorado for like 3 years. I haven't heard of that, Kimberly. You're from Colorado? Fun. We lived in the Denver metro area. Angel, thank you so much. My mom sent my oldest $600 and my daughter has now ghosted her. What? Why? Wish I knew you when you were here. Could have hung out. We could have talked tea. I would be pacing too, Colleen. I miss Colorado sometimes, but I like being around my family. There was definitely a lot more to do there, but I'm happy to be around my family and have my kids grow up close to my sibling and my parents. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we could talk. Y'all want to talk ghost stories? Y'all want to know a little more about me? Well, there's a lot of people from Colorado. Yeah. So this guy, let's talk about this first. This guy that opened the Annabelle case, I guess he was he taking it on tour? He like mysteriously passed away. That's crazy, right? Which, you know, there's like always it's in PA right now. No. You know, like there's a story of the people who got in the motorcycle accident after they touched the doll or mocked the doll. Not in the ghost involves Colorado. I don't think I had any experiences in Colorado actually. He was in his hotel room out on the road, I heard. That's crazy. The part that got me was him being mentored by Ed and Lorraine. Yeah. It's wild. So I've looked into Ed and Lorraine and they are, you know, it's hard to know whether everything they did was for real, or, you know, were they scamming people in some ways too, like, but it's definitely interesting nonetheless. I've heard people say it's still missing, but when looked up, it says Annabelle has returned to the museum. I think that was like a different thing along a while back. It's definitely, it's like in a protective case. It's so funny. I can actually tell you aren't Colorado native just by how you say Colorado. Yeah. Definitely not. Everyone always, they'd be like, oh, where are you from? And they always thought I was from Texas. I have a few ghost hunting stories. It's one of my favorite things to do when traveling. I love ghost hunting. So was she not supposed to tour or not be let out? Well, she definitely wasn't supposed to come out of her case. I know that much. It was like a special case with like different stuff on it. And then they switched her case at some point. I don't know. So I have been, okay, remember I told you I used to love Locked Up, right? We can watch this. If somebody, let me ask mods, can somebody send me a link? Because I can't copy and paste in the chat on TikTok. Can somebody send me a link in Trusted so that I can pull up a YouTube video of what happened with the Annabelle doll? I used to be super into ghost hunting stuff. So I loved Ghost Adventurers. I loved pretty much any of them. I loved Zach Baggins, all that stuff. So that was like an obsession of mine. Anything horror related. I was a weird kid. Okay. Horror, zombies, all of the above. Obsessed. So when you are more into those things, you are more open to that type of, like, I consider it spirituality, but you loved Ghost Adventures? Yeah, I want to go to his museum too. Horror girl. I knew we clicked too. So The Dead Files is absolutely best one on TV. I needed to watch it. I don't watch it so much anymore. Have you seen what Aaron's Wife did? I haven't caught up on them in a long time. So, you open yourself up to that type of a world when you are watching those things, researching those things, all of that, because you're allowing your spirituality to realize that there's more than just us. So, oh shit, that's crazy, horror girl. That's nuts. So it's very, nowadays I don't watch it as much anymore because I have kids in my home and I try not to, not necessarily not welcome those types of things, but I keep a closed door when it comes to my children. Yes, definitely it messed with me so much a few years ago and now I don't watch it barely at all. Yeah. So, especially at home. Exactly. So I don't like to do that so much anymore. However, I have always been someone who has had high senses for that type of stuff. And if you don't believe in this, that's totally fine. But he was crying in court. It was so sad. She was talking to a prisoner. That's crazy. I feel like it isn't as interesting anymore. He doesn't travel. Yeah. Hi, Lizzie. My son keeps begging me for a Ouija board. Okay. Yeah. I don't mess with Ouija boards. I can tell you a story about that too. So let's just kind of start from the beginning. So from a young age, I have always sensed like it's not necessarily auras, but like I can feel it when I walk in a room. If there is a heavy feeling of something that's happened there or that type of stuff. So oh yeah, say a prayer over yourself. So multiple things. There's a lot of stories, guys. Yeah, I don't fuck with Ouija boards. That's not a thing for me. I could just tell you one story. We have a haunted prison close to a haunted school was actually this story. I've been to the haunted prison, but close to where I live, and some guys took us out there and we were all going to get out of the car because I was all about ghost hunting. This is also kind of ties into the criminal trespassing story if people wanted to know that. So I'm not a wannabe psychic. I don't want to be a psychic. Fuck. People are so fucking weird. Y'all come in and like, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. So we went to this haunted prison, and when we went to get out of the car, they pulled out a Ouija board, and I was like, absolutely fucking not going in there with y'all. You're fucking crazy. So I sat in the car because I was like, nope, I don't open portals that I can't close, and I don't know y'all well enough to be doing that type of a thing. So I didn't do that. But when I have multiple stories. So when I was like 16-ish, maybe 17, there was a story of this place where there was a woman who her baby had passed away, and so basically, like the story goes, that the child was buried close to her house. She would always go down there and she would just drink and cry all day long, and then she took her own life after that. And so there's this gated area of the cemetery that they say don't go in, blah blah blah, and because she gets upset if you come onto like her baby's area. And so we went out there one night, and I don't know why we're such stupid kids that we had to push the issue. And we went in the gate of the area, and it is like you can see the thing. And when I tell you, we heard a blood curdling scream. It was me and like one other girl and like 5 guys. We took off running, and we're all trying to get in the vehicle like so fast. You might have heard it because have you ever heard of Gypsy? So, because like we drove a ways to get there. So we all ran to jump in the car, and the door wouldn't open on one side. And someone had a sharp object. I don't know why we brought that with us. And when they threw it into the car, it sliced down my calf. So I was like crying in pain and like bleeding. And the guy that tried to get in, thank you, Loves Karma, on the side that the door wouldn't open, he just hops on the back of the car and starts hitting the car, and he's just like, drive. And so my boyfriend at the time hits the gas, and we're like trying to drive out of this wooded area, and bro, it was insane. And we go to this gas station afterwards, and there's like tables in this gas station. It was right down the road. Like when we got to the end of the dirt road, we stopped and got our friend in the car, but we were not sticking around to find out whatever the hell that scream was. And so we went to this gas station, and it was like the eeriest. I don't know. There was like no way to explain. Like none of us talked. We just kind of sat there, and we were like, what the fuck just happened to us? I'm like in my skinny jeans. I was like an emo, like scene kid, and like blood all down. I mean, because I wasn't cut like super bad. It was just like a superficial thing, but just blood down my leg. And we were just it was weird. So that like once that happened, I was like, oh no, I'm into this. I loved the thrill of it. I'm very in tune with spirits. I'm thankful it's been 4 years since I've had any more experience. Yeah, same. That was kind of what I was saying, like very spiritual, very in tune with spirits. So most of these types of experiences were before. Ooh, you should have like a sleepover night where we all wear pajamas and go. But I'm down. I want to do that. Get Zach Baggins on the phone. Yes. So we had taken pictures that night too. If I can find them, I think I might have them still. Yeah, we can do a ghost stories night and bring everybody up to share their stories. So there were orbs everywhere in these pictures. Like it was crazy, and there was really no reason for there to be all these orbs in these pictures. It was insane. Like one of them was so big it looked like a fucking fairy. Like it was crazy. Thank you, appreciate you. So I want to hear everyone's ghost stories. That would be so fun. I'm down. If one of my mods wants to put that in the idea box, that could be like, we could have a slumber party and do like ghost stories and stuff as like a reward. If we get to 325, we could do that if y'all want. I'll wear my ghost jammies. I don't know what though. I'm in tune with any presence less energy, and any medium I've spoken with tells me I have a special gift. Yep, same thing for me. So that was like my first real big experience when I was a kid. So I don't really know what it is, but like I'll get messages in my dreams from people. Typically it's like loved ones. Like my great uncle passed away one time, and nobody had known he had passed away yet. And I woke up the next morning. I was fairly young. Probably like, I don't know, maybe I was in high school, middle school maybe, but he like came to me and he was like, tell your mama, which is what they called my grandma, tell your mama that they always, because my grandparents helped raise me, they were like, tell her that everything's gonna be okay, everybody's good up here. And I was like, that, like I remember waking up It was my Uncle Crump. And you can tell I'm from Louisiana. It was my Uncle Crump. And so thank you so much, Angel. I went to my grandma and I was like, hey, I had this weird dream and I just feel like I need to tell you this. And then turned out he had passed away. It was weird. But it freaked me out a lot for a long time. Now it doesn't freak me out as much. I've gotten so bad about swiping out. Yeah. And then I lived in a house I've lived in 2 houses that were something going on. One of them was bad stuff. One of them was, I don't know. One of them just freaked me out a little bit more than the other one. Both were in the same neighborhood though. And a lot of people that lived in this neighborhood had told me about experiences they had. So what does it mean when you dream about something that ends up happening in real life? It happens to me a lot. It could mean different things. I mean, you just may be a good foreshadower. It could just be like your subconscious, like your, or your spirit guides telling you that it's going to happen. So, yeah, the first house I lived in this neighborhood, things would move around at night. You could hear them. And like you'd wake up and stuff would just be missing. Like you could leave your keys on the counter and they would just be gone. And you wouldn't find them till like the next day, and they'd be in the spot that you had originally left them in. And then my dogs, I had 2 dogs that would bark at the back of the house like all the time. And at the time, the person I was with was on night shift, and so it would just be me at night. And it was our kids' room that the dogs would bark out. I hated it. So I always made the kids sleep in the bed with me because I was like, I don't know, something's weird. And one time she told us she saw an old person in her room at night, and we were like, we don't like that. And then her toys would go off randomly in the night. It was freaky. So I feel like it's rare now. It is kind of rare. I've heard a lot of people say they have felt a person pass before. Yeah, I've heard that too. Stacked Moose, thank you. Oh, Stacked Moose with all the DJ glasses. Thank you. Do you think people know of or get a feeling they're going to pass? Yes, I do. As a nurse, I can tell you that people will so we always say that they'll start seeing people from the other side that have already passed. That's generally once they start saying that, we're getting close. The gallery filling, yes. Did it do it? My gallery should be filled now, I think. No, it didn't do it. I need 2 more. I need 2 more of them DJ glasses. I thought that would do it, but I guess one person has to do all 5. Is that how it works? I don't know. Oh, Stacked Moose, you're a bazillionaire. Please follow me. I want to be your supporter. You follow me, Millionaro. What do you do? Let me see what you do here. Are you going to give me a lion? Give me a lion and I'll follow you right now. Yay! Did we get the gift gallery now? We did it! Yay! Thank you, Stacked Moose. I was 8 months pregnant. My aunt got my daughter a gift. She passed a month later. It's crazy. And those things, you can feel the energy and stuff when it's been given to you too. My grandma had a spirit in her house. She knew by the smell of tobacco smoke. So I can still randomly smell my grandpa's aftershave. It's just a very distinct smell. And so I'll know that his presence is near. My husband is also really sensitive to these things. And he will swear, he's told me before, he's like, I heard my grandma literally hollering out my name earlier today, and I'm like, that's crazy. I've never heard anything like that, but I definitely I hate when people are skeptical, but they are more skeptical. honestly, it takes you having an experience. That is why kids and dogs and cats and stuff like see things more, because they're open to it. You close your mind and soul to it when you are skeptical. My granny sends me on missions. Just be sending them. Thought I was the only one. Yeah, when my grandpa passed, I had a dream that he was young and dancing up the aisle of where we had his funeral. And he was like, look, I'm like, look what I could do now, because he had a lot of ailments at the end of his life. And it was just like, he was like, tell your grandma I'm okay. Tell your grandma I'm okay. And that everything's going to be okay. And so it was just such a weird, like, I knew that was real. I knew I didn't just imagine that in my dream. Like, I knew that was like, oh my God, like, he's good now. And then I have dreams of like trees with cardinals bursting out of them. That's another one. Your dreams can be a lot of signs. Sean, thank you. MPI. I heard my papa yell at me while I was being home in the rain one night. Those dreams are always reassuring. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's when you least suspect it. And then like, when I gave birth to my first son, who is named after my grandfather, he literally, so this was not on the TV, was not on the channel, but after I gave birth, The Price is Right was on, which was like a show that I can remember growing up. My grandpa always watched with us. Like, I can remember sitting in the living room and him having that on. And so it was like, I just remember laughing after I gave birth because I was like, oh, he was here. That's so sweet. I've experienced ghost hunting, but never with loved ones that have passed. It's definitely different. I didn't for a long time have that, it feels like. But I definitely honed into it more once I lost closer people to me. My mom's house was haunted and a priest found they had a design on the home saying all witches welcome. Interesting. I knew a girl that they left their house because it was so haunted and it had started trying to harm their children. And so they just left. They cut all losses and just left. It's crazy. There are crazy things, y'all. Everyone's like, I didn't want this before bed. Let's see if I can. See if it'll pull it up for me. So here is the it says the real life Annabelle doll's handler, Dan Rivera, has died at the age of 54 while on tour with the frightening toy. The Connecticut native and paranormal investigator has been the primary caretaker for the Raggedy Ann doll, which is a classic fixture in the horror genre, specifically the Conjuring film franchise. According to a Facebook post from the New England Society for Psychic Research, which is hosting Annabelle's tour, Rivera suddenly died while at the event with the doll this past weekend. Rivera was also the lead investigator for NESPR. However, a cause of death has not been released. It's with deep sadness that Tony, Wade, and I share the sudden passing of our close friend and partner, Dan Rivera. Fellow investigator Chris Gillerin, who is a part of the tour, wrote alongside a black and white picture of Rivera. We are heartbroken and still processing this loss. Dan truly believed in sharing his experiences and educating people on the paranormal. His kindness and passion touched everyone who knew him. He continued, "Thank you for your support and kind thoughts during this difficult time." Rivera was a part of a group currently on the Devils on the Run tour, hosted by Ghostly Images of Gettysburg and NESPR. According to NESPR's website, the event, held in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania this past weekend, was a night of paranormal history as the infamous Annabelle doll visits Gettysburg's haunted orphanage. Annabelle the doll will continue traveling throughout the next few months, with her next stop in Augusta, Maine on September 6th and September 7th. She's also expected to be at the Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo in Rock Island, Illinois on October 4th, and Scarefest Weekend 17 in Lexington, Kentucky, which is from October 17th through the 19th. Rivera's death came after rumors circulated in May that Annabelle had somehow gone missing while in Louisiana. The rumors came after some visitors claimed they didn't see the doll during a tour. In addition, a recent fire at the nearby Nottoway Plantation turned Nottoway Resort in White Castle, Louisiana, intensified speculation that there was somehow a connection between Annabelle's supposed disappearance and the blaze. However, Rivera debunked these theories that the doll had gone missing in a TikTok video at the time. I'm here at the museum right now, and I just want to show you guys that Annabelle is in the Warrens Occult Museum. He said, "Let's go outside and let's check." After entering the museum, he walked over to show the doll sitting in a wooden case. Annabelle is not missing. She's not in Chicago, he assured fans. Annabelle first appeared in 2013's The Conjuring before receiving her own spin-off franchise. Annabelle was released in 2014, followed by Annabelle Creation in 2017, and the latest entry, Annabelle Comes Home, in 2019. My friend passed, and for 3 days straight at the same time, a hummingbird was pecking at my Ring camera. Aww. My mom has a vintage Raggedy Ann doll that's terrifying. Yeah, they scare me now. Got my dad in a ghost. He passed away a few years ago. Come on, Pops, show up. I know, I believe. You know, I believe. Yeah. That's kind of crazy, though, that this dude just passed. Interesting. So I guess tomorrow we can, let's see, what's tomorrow? Is tomorrow Wednesday? Because I don't really have any plans for tomorrow. We don't do anything. So if y'all want, tomorrow we can take a vote whether y'all want to do that or something else. We'll cover tea first. We can watch the, it's hump day. We should just start bringing Humpa up on hump day. We can watch the video together of Gypsy's emails being read out. If y'all want to do that, we can also start. Does everybody here like Annie Elise? Because if y'all like Annie Elise, we can. Mama's Bear interview is Thursday. We will do her interview Thursday, and y'all will be able to ask as many questions as you want. True crime, well, most of the time, like, especially if I can get interviews for it, will be on Thursdays. We'll stick to tea. And then hopefully, we kind of got thrown off this week with the interview yesterday. We were supposed to have our mom day, but we are going to do that. I'm sectioning it off into different sections for when we do that. I think I need to research who you'll be interviewing. These are all new to me. Sometimes I don't even know. Oh, yeah, we're going to do an interview. I want to interview Check the Star. So if y'all are in the Discord, submit some questions. Mods, if you can make a Check the Star thing in the sub area, if one can do that so that they can submit questions for Check, for me to just kind of roundabout have some things to go off of. And then obviously y'all can ask questions in chat. Let me tell y'all, and y'all tell me if y'all like these ideas. Messy Mom Days. I wanted it to have, so we were going to have different, this is going to be like, this is our day to be messy about our own personal lives. Okay. This is our personal tea days. So we were going to have shit my kids did this week. I want the chat to be able to tell us. Boosted is going to do this with me. So Boosted will be my mommy friend on that day. Mom guilt versus mom goals. So discuss daily tug of war between surviving and thriving. So what we're struggling with that week, and you know, kind of that stuff. Because especially if you got little ones, your mom guilt be kicking in. Unpopular mom opinions. I thought that would be fun. And then I wanted to bring people up for hot mess confessions. And so, like, kind of talk about like mom fails or wife fails, whatever, anything like that. Or, you know, just funny moments. Like, you know, shit, you took your kid to school and you thought it was a dress up day and it wasn't. I've done it. Different topics like that on Monday, which I think will be fun for us. But it doesn't have to just be about being like, we should do an anonymous confessions day. I'm down. Isn't there like an anonymous there's like a website we can use for that. I still got to get our sub Sundays together so that subscribers, I want to play games together on Sundays. And I want to start doing literally when haters come in here, I want y'all to call them out and I'm going to start bringing them up. I still have pain for my C-section. It was almost 2 years past. I hear some people say they have it forever. I'm not trying to make you scared, but I have heard that. Your body's just not the same after you have kids. No matter how you got them out that body, it just ain't the same, girl. It don't matter how they got out. They jack us up. But I'm always open for ideas. If y'all see anything y'all like, that y'all would prefer to, like, you know, if y'all have ideas, and just like y'all telling me cases and stuff you want to cover. Girl, we were talking about this the other day. Do any of y'all get phantom kicks? Like you're not pregnant anymore, but you'll feel something in your stomach. You're like, wait a damn minute. Is that a baby? My daughter's 30 and the pain is still there. Don't be scared of having kids. It's really not as bad as it sounds. Pregnancy sucks. For me, it did. Some people don't have it that way. You just don't know. Yes, be making me rethink everything. Yes. Literally, we're like the safest ever. And I'm like, is that a child in there? Once baby's here, you'll forget the pain. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's rough, man. If there was a baby in me, I may have some serious questions. I don't know why I feel better pregnant than not. Really? It was very weird, the adjustment once you go from being pregnant and then like having your baby. That was weird for me both times. And I'll have to have another if I have another baby because my body is too small to deliver. Listen, my friend said she loved her C-section. And the first time was horrible because it wasn't a planned C-section, but the second time she said it was amazing. Oh my gosh, Monica, you lucky. Triple V, you lucky bitches. I'm jealous. I was not glorious. I was not glowing. I looked like a blimp, okay? I could hardly walk. Every time I had a child, it pulled something in my pelvis to where I could not physically walk. It was painful. I rolled out of bed like a turtle. Okay. My husband had to help me. I would have to swing my legs so hard to get me off the bed that I'm pretty sure that's how my water broke, was because of the sheer force of me trying to swing my legs out of the bed to go pee. I wish I had experienced a natural birth, but I got to be there when my daughter gave birth. It was, that's a beautiful thing, though, to get to be there for that. My mom got to be there the first time. Nobody wanted to go with me the second time except my husband. They wanted to stay home with my other baby. My scar was healed in a week, but the pain stayed for a while. Easy peasy, and deliveries easy, quick, no pain meds. I definitely had an epidural. I was miserable too. No food, couldn't hold down water. I swear. Listen, everything made me. I was so sick both of my pregnancies. When I tell you, I was miserable. So like the first, it was like nausea all the time, and then both of them with a boy and a girl. The doctor said, the doctor basically just said that my kids wanted to unalive me. They were like, well, the baby is sucking all sources from your body at this point. And I was like, oh. They're like, so we got to get them out. It's like, oh, that's really nice of them. What sweet children. I'm so glad. You threw up on your nurse. Hey, we're used to it. You have 4 boys. They say you're usually more sick with girls, but I had 2 boys and both pregnancy was miserable. I was sicker with my son than I was with my daughter. And I contributed it to the difference in hormones was my thought process. Yeah, no, literally, Bella Swan. They did. They were sucking the life force from me. Like, I couldn't, it was bad. I wouldn't change it for the world, but it was rough. And you really do forget just how bad it was. Like, I can remember, it's so crazy because it's almost like it's all, like, as soon as they're there, it's like a whole freaking blur. You're just like, oh, well, it's weird. Oh, no, I gained. I was as big as a damn blimp. 72 hours, push for 4 and sent to C. Yep, that is rough. Both of my births were pretty traumatic. My son, he was a possible shoulder dystocia, so had like a bazillion people in the room when he was born, and they had to do a Pitocin drip because I wasn't progressing, and that was extremely painful. The epidural was only working on one half of my body, so I felt everything. And once you get Pitocin, baby, oh hell no. Hell to the no to no. That makes I was good. Like, especially with my daughter. Like, I literally sat all night when I had my son, I sat all night just having contractions. Like, everything was fine. But once they gave me Pitocin, I could have tore a building down with how much pain I was in. Tried to take me out. You do. I mean, it really is. It's very, like, you are super woman. I wasn't in, like, I mean, I was at the hospital, so I guess I was technically in labor, but like by the time it was time to push, it was like 20 minutes and we were done. I went from a 5 to a 9.5 in 30 minutes after having the epidural fixed because I felt, and then on top of that, when they put the epidural in on my first child, they put it in wrong. And I was like, oh, did you already put she was like going in, and I was like, oh, did you already put the medicine in? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh, well, my entire back's going numb. And they started pulling it out, and they were like, okay, well, we're going to have to re-stick you. And I was like, what? Why?